Triceratops carriage to Camp Vengeance, or would we need the canoe?
You could go on, so it will be a lot slower if you take the dinosaur on carriage. Plus, you have to wend your way through the jungle itself, as opposed to the canoe where you can stay fairly safe from the threats of the land. And by fairly safe, I mean safer than it is to just walk into the jungle.
Yeah. The Triceratops seems like not the safer option, the better option long term.
Right,
And the coolest.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
However, it's also much, much slower.
Yeah. Short term, worse option. Long term, better option. But if we're on a time frame, maybe short term's actually better for the sprint.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you guys made up any decisions, but I'm gonna buy myself one potion and how much is 1 gallon?
For the Tej,
Yeah.
a 1 gallon costs 2 silver pieces in the city.
I can see that. What is a gallon? How much quantity is it in liters? I'll Google it.
I'll do it. It is 3.78541 liters.
An imperial gallon to a liter is 4.5 liters.
Sorry. Yep, my apologies. I typed in gallon in liters. It gave me US gallon.
Yeah.
See, you guys can't even have the same gallons. What the fudge?
No, don't blame us. Blame the fucking US.
Yeah, an imperial gallon, which is a British what I use, is 4.5 liters.
Yes.
There are a few extra numbers on top of that, but it's 4.5 liters.
Yeah, rounded.
Why the fuck do you heathens have to use liters rather than gallons?
Because metric system easier.
Yeah.
Everyone is on accordance of how much 1 liter is.
She has a point.
Yes, but medieval world, of course they're using the medieval system. Why the fuck do you guys not use gallons?
It's just because it's an American company.
Right, so
I assure you, in the translation versions, the distances, the speeds, and all that, everything is in meters.
Anyway, so do you guys want to help Neb out with what he would have gotten? Neb, for all intents and purposes, you were able to spend like 30 gold on this equipment as part of your previous expedition, but a decent chunk of that went to a signed copy of Volo's Guide to Monsters, so the person now has 2 of those, and to purchasing the Charter of Exploration.
Okay, I'm gonna list a few things.
You had more like 20 gold to spend, and I will be right back to get another Coke.
I'm gonna list a few things off, and you tell me if you want it or not. Acid, Alchemist Fire, Alchemist Supplies, Antitoxins.
antitoxin sounds like a good idea.
So if you want antitoxins, I don't know how much they are because I don't have the PHB open, unfortunately. Ball bearings, any...
Let me get a notepad.
I believe you already have a bedroll. Yes, you already have a bedroll.
Is it up there?
Just let me know when to start listing them off again.
Antitoxin.
Any container objects like barrels, if you want. Again, only write the ones you want down. I'm just going to list things off that you might find useful. I don't know. Ball bearings, bells.
I have the PHB open if you'd like me to copy and paste the section.
Yeah, I'm looking at the compendium at the moment because they have a few extra stuff. But that would also be very helpful.
Yeah.
Do not blame me for how this comes out in the Discord chat.
Oh god.
Please make sure your message is sorter. 2,000 character limit. Oh.
Rip.
I'm back.
Caltrops.
Well,
I could have done it the easier way and just go the link.
Yeah. Chains, maybe. Chalk.
Um,
I'm thinking rope, but is that perhaps in
Should
Half of the
Explorer's
Explorer's
Pack.
Pack.
You've got 50 feet. You've got 50 feet in the Explorer's Pack. If you want more, by all means, buy your. I'd say.
However,
crowbar.
I'm going to say, how are you going to carry that extra 50 feet of rope?
Yeah.
No,
Because normally on a pack it's strapped to the side.
I'd say crowbar, but we've got enough of those in the party already.
Yeah. Well, I want to buy food.
Rations.
You have rations, and I can hunt for the
you
whole party. It doesn't matter.
In the explorers
Alright,
pack,
okay.
you have 10 days worth of rations in your explorers pack.
Well, I want more than that. I'm hungry, okay?
A folding boat.
A what?
A folding boat.
I mean, those are super helpful, but I don't think we have the money for it.
Glass
Also, how are you
bottles.
going to? Also, again, how are you going to carry it?
Oh, a folding boat. It folds into a tiny box. It's a magical item.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Not purchasing those.
I was not aware it was a magic item. My bad. Yeah, it's one saying. My bad. Ignore that. Glass bottles. Grappling hook. Maybe.
A grappling hook might be good.
I'd say hammers, but we've got enough of those. Hempen rope. We've already established.
Does the Explorer's Pack also contain some sort of axe?
It contains a backpack, a bedroll, a mess kit, 10 torches, 10 days worth of rations, a wad skin, and 50 feet of rope.
So I'm going to buy a small axe for wood chopping.
Remember that you've got. Remember, there's a sorcerer. You've generally got stronger members of the party that can do that for you.
Alright, okay, somebody else can do that, I guess.
Also, can I use my
That's what we go for.
my hand axes for
Yes.
chop? Yeah.
I
Alright,
mean,
well, okay,
and
nice.
your guides seem to be festooned with machetes and hand axes
Yeah.
and the like. Like,
Alright, well,
you're going
never
into
mind.
a jungle, not a forest.
Right, fair enough. Okay.
Manacles, question
No.
A merchant scale.
I do want to buy a gallon of red wine.
We're so gonna
Good luck
get
with that.
drunk.
I'm sorry, what?
Good luck with that.
Okay, well, I want to buy a bottle of red wine. How about that?
Good luck with that.
Do they
Why?
really not have wine here?
Nope.
God damn it.
They don't?
The
Okay,
only
well,
stuff
never
they
mind.
have here is Tej.
Which I bought a fuck ton of for us.
Okay,
oil.
so a little bit of a description. What the heck is Tej?
It's basically the local equivalent of ale. It's made out of honey.
It's
And-
hydromel.
I can dig that. I can
Tej
dig
is-
that.
Tej is an amber-coloured fermented drink made from honey. It's more common and popular in Chult than beer or ale.
Hydromel.
Yep.
Because of course you'd be the one to save that description.
I just literally
We have a
opened up
handout.
No, he saved it. Don't ruin this for me.
Hobbit, stop fueling my addiction.
Never.
Right. Okay. So antitoxin, grappling hook. I'm gonna add 1 healing potion.
How much were they again?
Uh,
80 each.
Potion of healing, yes.
I'll buy 2.
Okay. As you complete your purchase from Wakanga's person, by the way, Meryl, since everyone seems to be back, I'm going to hop back into the session. We guys still doing the working out. Feel free to message back and forth on Discord. A half-elf woman you recognise taps you on the shoulder and says, "Would you mind coming over to the side so we can have a talk?"
Of course, my lady. Anything you desire. I head on over.
And she steps away from the rest of the group with you and says, "Look, I don't have much more on what we talked about, but actually, as she's moving away, I'm going to switch channels with Umbra, and I'm going to drag him into the DM channel."
Oh, okay. I get this.
You get special treatment.
Whispers!
So you guys can still talk about the shopping you need to do. I'll be back shortly.
Do I have a grappling hook? Grappling hook sounds like a good idea.
It's always good to have an extra one.
I don't know if I have one. I need to unpack the Dungeoneers pack because it's driving me crazy.
Yeah, I had to do that. And I've got a priest's pack, so I've got random crap in there.
Where's
Does
my...
anyone want a vestment? Censo? No.
You
How
have
about 2 boxes of
incense!
An
Might be
arms
useful
box?
to get rid of the mosquitoes.
We have the repellent for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy a change of underwear because I know we're gonna run into undead.
I think we have like a change of clothes included in all the packs.
I was just trying to be funny. Right, so what else could be useful? Do we have a map?
Yep. Basically, it's the
map.
The map.
We have the map, even.
Yeah, the one you see.
Awesome. A compass?
Is it in one of the packs?
I don't have a compass, actually.
It's
maybe.
not
thought
in
I looked at
the.
that
It's
last
not
week.
in the adventuring gear.
Then we are getting a compass.
Yeah, just in case.
Do we need to be proficient with that?
I mean, it shows where the north is. It doesn't
Right.
need us to know how it works.
I looked for the red needle. I head the opposite way. Ooh, actually, I am proficient with navigator's tools. So,
Here we go.
Alright, so we get a compass as well.
how much is the compass?
I absolutely
We don't
have no idea.
know because it's not in the thing.
I'll have a look on the thingy thing.
Alright, let's just say we buy a compass and Ballor can tell us how much it costs later on, because, come on. I
laggy.
actually... You know what? I'm gonna go a little bit for vanity. I'm gonna go ahead and buy jewelry polishing set. Because I want to polish my orb.
Oh,
If that's what you call your orbs.
of course you do.
Shut up!
I mean, you walked into that one.
Well, it's not like I'm gonna buy lubrication, okay?
Might come with the kit.
I doubt it. But okay, whatever. Just because of that, I'm gonna add to the purchase list lubrication. Okay, maybe not.
If it comes into handy, I mean, it's good. We might be stuck somewhere.
You might have trouble getting off that boot.
I'm gonna stop talking. But still,
No. By all means, do
you
carry
never
on.
know.
Fine, I'll add lubrication. Wow.
Do it just
Wow.
to see Jamie's
Seems
face
as
when you put it
useful
in the
as
list.
duct tape.
Lubrication is like the opposite of duct tape, but it's equally
Yeah.
useful. Some violence, a good amount of will, and a bottle of lubrication gets you a long way.
Can you make a will saving throw?
Alright, so I'm just gonna buy 1 potion of healing there, so...
Wisdom, not will on this. Ooh.
It's never wrong to have more than 1 grappling hook, so I'm gonna actually go ahead and buy that. So we have more than 1 in the party.
Actually, I don't think anyone has one.
I have a grappling hook.
Okay, never mind.
So, let's see. Is there anything else?
A tent.
We got 2.
They only fit 2 people. There are now 5 of us.
Fine, I'll get my own tent.
Yep, tents fit
Oh.
2.
I'll get a small tent, all on my own. I'm gonna be a happy camper.
There's only 1 type of tent, so you get extra room.
Even better.
Okay, and now I can erase the Dungeoneer's pack.
Tent costs 2 gold.
Because I've unpacked it.
Okay, so antitoxin. How much?
I couldn't actually find the antitoxin on the PHB. Not the the PHB.
No,
It's
a
in the
handout.
it's in the
Oh, that antitoxin.
Oh,
we've
it's
got loads
not.
of that. I've got
Insect-
5. Oh, the insect repellent or antitoxin. Well,
antitoxin is like 50 gold a vial, so I don't think we have antitoxin. There was
No,
the
but
insect
insect-
repellent.
we've
Right.
got
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip
100
the
application?
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip the antitoxin in that case. So the grappling hook. How much?
is it the other one. Grappling hook is 2 gold pieces.
2 gold pieces.
Weighs 4 pounds.
I'm just gonna go ahead and sum up how much it costs to begin with.
Okay.
Potion of healing was 80.
80. Yeah.
That's a lot. Compass, probably no more than, say, a couple of silvers, I'm guessing, but we'll...
I'll ask him when he gets back, but if I buy it, makes sense as I'm the one proficient with navigator tools.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't actually buy lubrication.
But ask him, just ask him.
He's probably gonna be like, why the hell do you want lubrication?
Then justify it in the straightest face you can muster.
Okay, lubrication. I want it to go with. I want the lubrication to go with the bandages that comes in my explorer's pack because my bandages are going to be a substitute to paper. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Is that straight enough?
However you want it to be.
Yeah.
I mean, in all fairness, if you do go for a jeweler's kit, you should have
Yeah, that
some.
makes sense.
If you go
Some-
for a jeweler's kit, Hobbit's character from Curse of Strahd is going to kidnap you.
Pretty much. I mean, Zizzy the second is this character's second name.
I would have wanted a jeweler's kit to be able to polish my orb.
That's fair. And Umbra's back.
Nobody
Honestly,
made the
that-
joke I made.
Oh no, we
Oh,
don't even
bullshit.
need to say it.
Anyway, okay, so Meiril heads back over and joins the rest of the group. Have you guys figured out the shopping you guys need to do?
How much is a compass? We couldn't find it anywhere.
Wait, it should be.
I didn't
It's-
see it.
Apparently, if the D&D wiki is to be believed, and let me check my copy of the PHB, but if the D&D wiki is to be believed, it's 100 gold.
So
What? Holy.
you're buying that, yeah?
Let me double check my PHB and my DMG.
It
Because
cannot
I
be
can't. I
100
can't find
gold.
it in the PHB.
It's not on the PHB.
Nope.
Let me check the DMG because 100 gold seems excessive, but that's what the D&D wiki says, and we all know how unreliable the D&D wiki is. Compassion, compasses, compassion, compass. There is no compass item in the DMG.
Wow.
Well, then just make something up.
Yep.
I mean, realistically, it's not going to be 100 gold. What the fuck is
Not
the wiki?
really, no.
It's probably about 2 gold.
See, if it was on the Pathfinder, it's only 10 gold. But this is
Probably about
5e.
2 gold.
Somebody dropped out
Basically.
and came back. Well, shame on you.
Yeah, as you guys are still debating over exactly what you need to buy, your companion rejoins you.
Right. Okay. So, grappling hook. I'm buying also a potion of healing. We are getting a compass. I am gonna have to get a tent on my own. And
Some might say that's a blessing with our group.
Umbra,
yeah.
you still didn't tell me what Meril's problem is.
He doesn't have a problem, it's just very intimidating.
Oh,
He's like-
would you like to have the tent to yourself in that case?
I can manage wherever, but it doesn't prevent. Never mind.
I didn't ask if you needed. I asked if you wanted.
Angren.
I am.
I kind of want to reintroduce you guys to Volo just to scar Neb.
To who?
Volo. The
Volo.
author of Volo's Guide to Monsters.
He's delightful.
What did I refer to him as? Volo Thamp Lockhart.
So,
No,
how
don't
goes
want
the
to make-
shopping escapades?
Hey, it's going slowly. I can't find a jeweler's kit anywhere.
Why do you want a jeweler's kit? We're going to the desert.
You see this thing on my hand?
Did you say desert?
Jungle. I don't know why I said desert.
On campaign.
Yeah.
You see that? You see this thing on my hand? This gauntlet.
I do indeed. I was going to ask, but the opportunity to ask hadn't arose.
Jeweler's kit is 25 gold, by the way.
Yeah, I want to
in the
see if
PHP.
Ballor. Yeah, I want to see if Ballor allows me to find one first.
I mean, you can purchase it in the market. Such a thing is there. Pretty much
Can I make-
This is a major city. This is a major trading hub city. Yes, there is a jeweler's kit.
They just don't do wine.
Yeah.
The
Do I
only
have to make a
alcohol you can buy
perception
in the
roll?
city. No, you can find a store selling the jeweler's kit really easily.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm just going to roleplay that I haven't found it yet, just for the sake of the conversation.
Yeah.
This. Carry on.
I was just going to repeat what I said, just to continue. I was going to ask about the opportunity.
Am I the one lagging?
No,
Nope.
it's Umbra.
No.
Oh.
Blame Umbra.
Just
Always.
go. I can hear you fine.
All right, cool. Yeah, this orb on my hand here. It's my focus. It's what makes me actually useful to the group. I kind of love it.
Very different from what I've experienced in the past. Intriguing.
Oh, have you experienced a lot of orbs then?
For fuck's sake, Miya!
Is this just because I spend a lot of time around?
Perhaps. I'm gonna go ahead and guess that most magic wielders you come across aren't really prone to just tossing their spells around like nothing.
Very true. They are under much more courteous or controlled circumstances. It's not very wise to throw spells around in a court, after all.
I could have imagined as much. And with that, I lower my hand. I nod in Meiril's direction, in his general direction, as a, yeah, that's how it is. And then I head off and see if I can find that jeweler's kit. And I find it, and it's 20.
Yep.
Right, that puts me at 109 gold.
Can I try bartering for the potion of healing that I want to buy?
No.
Worth a try.
Wakonga told you last night that it's basically if you want to buy a potion of healing, it's his prices or you go with. He has an utter monopoly on such a thing within the city.
Okay.
Is there anything useful that we would need for party benefits that costs 50 GP? I'll
Canoe?
take that as an outstanding no.
Yes, I need 50 GP for something if you'd like to hand it over.
Oh, please, enlighten me as what you need it for.
Just me. You said if it would benefit me.
The party is what I said, but
And then I could spend it on the party and myself. I'm part of the party.
A canoe costs 50 GP?
we are able to acquire that instead of the
True.
Triceratops.
What did we decide in the end?
I believe the Camp Vengeance and Camp Righteous, because that seems to be a bit more time constrained than Kitch's Inlet. Basically,
And then what did we decide how we get in there?
Canoe for speed, and then we'll have to see what we can do once we're there.
Yeah.
Okey-dokey. So we need to buy the canoe then, if we're getting the canoe for speed.
No, we can get it as an alternative offered
Okay.
to us. Thankfully. Right. Is that everything then?
I'm gonna go ahead and buy
Everything.
yes, of course, one bottle of Tej to drink right away.
Okay.
You generally get them by the mug or by the pass, not really by the boss.
Okay, so I buy a mug.
Okay.
How much is that?
So you don't start off drunk.
Not really. I just want something to drink. How much is it?
Hopefully someone has the...
Either hand out, a mug costs 4 copper.
Or copper. So that puts that at there, and that puts...
buy a
Okay,
playing card set.
so I'm gonna go ahead and guess that 10 copper is 1 silver, and 10 silver is 1 gold.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Copper,
Don't worry about the electrum.
Okay.
Ignore the electrum.
Electrum doesn't exist.
Except in
Nice.
Strad.
Yeah, and I will auto-convert any Electrum that comes up.
Electrum is like 5 silver, half a gold.
Yep.
It's kind of breaking up the
Actually-
neat system.
There is one thing we could do, but I don't know if I can really be asked with it. I
What is
could
it?
buy myself a set of calligrapher's supplies, and I could start mapping charted area.
Takes way too long. We're time
Probably.
constrained.
Yeah.
We're a little bit short on time.
Maybe
You can
you
do
guys
your
are-
little
you guys
drawing
are-
session later on, buddy.
You guys are gonna need to make camp every day.
Yeah,
You have tents.
I have
yeah, but
collection
it,
tent.
meaning we'll have like a little bit of time where he can map out where
Yeah.
we've been.
Oh, but I'd have to do things by memory in that case, and things could be inaccurate because I'm not an outlander that can remember.
Calligraphy takes hours to do.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it as best as you can. Take
I can
notes
help.
as we. She can help.
It's up to you guys. It's 10 GP for calligrapher's supplies.
Having an accurate map would be helpful.
Yeah.
Right, I'll do it then.
Suppose we could sell those parts when we get back.
Buying some calligrapher's supplies.
Okay.
Do
All
the
of
white
the
squares start
shopping.
disappearing as we go? Or are they just there, going to be there permanently?
I will be removing them as you go.
Ooh, as you
As I draw out the map,
draw out the map, they can disappear.
not bad.
And then he's
I
going to
now
make
have-
changes to the inaccurate ones.
I now have all of my tool proficiencies. I actually have the tool, except for one, which is the viol.
Oh, here's a fun fact for the party. I'm proficient with water vehicles like canoes. Hopefully.
Ooh, that is handy because I'm not. I'm proficient with land vehicles, so.
Well, we've got all bases covered then, haven't we? And wouldn't you know, I'm proficient in air vehicle. No, I'm not.
You wish.
I'm
Don't
proficient in
mind
air
what I'm
vehi-
doing out in the Bay of Chult.
I'm proficient in air vehicles in which I just
I
go.
noticed.
There's no halflings to throw in this campaign.
Well, I'm proficient
I'll be using
in
those 2 party
this.
tokens to track where you guys are.
Why 2?
Basically, in case you get lost, because yes, I know rangers have the feature that means they don't get lost, but you're a jungle, not a forest. This is Chult, so yes, you do get lost.
Really?
Which is why we wanted to buy a compass.
And guides.
In terms of getting lost, it's more of a which square are you in lost rather than you guys get completely lost, have no idea where you are. It's you guys have a random chance of not quite going where you thought you were.
Okay.
Which, if you're traveling with a guide, basically they'll be making the survival checks for you. So you should be okay. If your guides die...
At the end, when we want to steal back all the stuff that we meant to take.
Survival plus 6 on River Mist. And same on Flask of Wine. Okay.
I'm pretty sure the guides have advantage. I am about 90% certain that the guides have advantage.
If it's the case, it's not on the list, but
It's part of the navigation rather than on the character sheet.
okay, yeah.
And it also kind of depends on what pace you guys set. Yeah, and the party can switch its navigator day to day.
Right.
It's more of a, if you're checked to become lost at sea, you know exactly where the party is on the map of Chult throughout the day. If the check fails, you guys have a random chance of going off into the wrong tile.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Which is kind of hard when you're on a river, so have fun with that.
Right.
We start sailing on land.
Glitch it out.
It's getting harder to row. I don't know why.
Okay, so you guys are heading out of Port Nyanzaru. Well, you guys will be heading out of Port Nyanzaru via canoe, correct?
Yep.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. As you guys head down to the docks in the market district, someone else actually approaches you guys, in addition to the woman that pulled Meiril to the side. Appears to be a half-orc priest. And she approaches you as you guys are setting up your canoe to go into the water and says, "Please, are you heading in the direction of Camp Vengeance? I need to head out there as soon as possible."
Canoe only fits 7 people.
Do I need to edit it to say 8? I will totally edit it to say 8.
Okay.
Basic, it's kind of hammer space, kind of, I don't want to screw you guys over, so it will fit exactly how many people you need to fit into it, basically.
Right.
X people.
Okay.
We're
It's a
X.
magic canoe.
Here's the thing. I ask her, so, what is it really that you have? What kind of business do you have there?
Who are you?
I'm Undril Silvertusk, priest of the Order of the Gauntlet. I intended just to take a horse and ride down to Camp Vengeance, but apparently that's not possible in this land.
Is she a priest of the Gauntlet?
She is not. Well, she's a priest. She's a priest from the Order of the Gauntlet.
Yeah, that's...
Yes. Sorry. And I didn't get to Camp Vengeance. My superiors in the Order of the Gauntlet ordered me to deliver a packet of dispatches to the commander of Camp Vengeance, but apparently that's not possible.
Seem to be telling the truth of the inside, right?
So
Yes.
I go ahead and I look at the rest of the party, and I kind of like give them a look at like, is it okay if I do this?
I mean,
Oh.
she seems to be... Oh, is it she, he?
He. Actually, no, it's a she. My apologies, I've been fucking up the voice.
If you do what?
And any of you proficient in religion?
Nope. Well, I'm gonna guess Angren is.
Angren, can you make me a religion check, please?
No, I'm not proficient in it.
You, as a cleric, can you make me a religion check anyway?
They don't know I'm a cleric.
I mean,
she seems to be wearing the symbol of Torm as a holy symbol around her neck.
I'm gonna.
It's a rather well known god in the Forgotten Realms, so most of us would be familiar with it.
Torm, known as the True and the Loyal Fury, portfolio consists of duty, loyalty, and righteousness. Symbol is a right-hand gauntlet held upright with palm forward.
When Moril turns to us, I'll just go back. By all means, but she does indeed seem to be telling the truth, and we could use the extra assistance.
I go ahead and Alright, so we have the space. We could use the assistance. I turn to this priest and I go right, miss, we're a little bit on a time constraint. You can come along, but make yourself useful. I make a persuasion roll.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and do like this.
I mean, generally, I will tell you when to make a roll. You don't just decide to make a roll.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Because DM will tell you whether you can actually accomplish anything with the roll. Otherwise, you just end up with situations where you say, oh yeah, I'm just going to roll for an artifact to fall out of the sky in Nat 20. No.
Fair enough.
Oh, can we do that?
No. Nat 20s are only automatic successes on saving throws and on attack.
Fair enough. It's a little bit different from how I'm used to be playing it, but alright, I'll do it like that in the future.
Yeah, I'll ask for a roll if you need to make one.
Gotcha.
Because she's looking for people to take her anyway. She literally told you guys, oh yeah, I need to head to Camp Edge, so you go in that way.
I think the exception to that is insight checks. Which we tend to just say, I insight check that.
Yeah. It's suspicious.
Right,
yeah,
so anyways, I still tell her that, okay, you can come with us, but make yourself useful.
That's fine. I'm quite handy when it needs to be. I've got a little bit of divine magic, as I see another party member has, so we should be in good hands.
Fair enough, hop on.
Yeah, she joins you in the
help
canoe.
her onto the canoe.
Carefully. Hop on carefully.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys head onto your canoe and you begin your travel. Since you guys, until you get into the jungle, it'll be okay. You guys can get to about there today, so you'll be able to camp on the shore about here-ish.
I'll be paying attention to how it's Angren, right, that has the proficiency.
Yes.
In water vehicles. I'm gonna be paying close attention on how he does that. Slowly trying to learn.
Okay.
Actually, how long is it going to be us traveling through that day?
It's going to be the rest of the day.
Can I sleep now?
Oh my gosh, I wish
What,
my character bought a deck of cards.
To do a watch at night.
Yeah.
Don't worry, someone else has a deck of cards.
Yeah.
They'll
Okay,
play it on the ship when they arrive.
I steal it, and I start playing with it.
You don't have to steal it, you can just ask me.
But asking is boring.
Alright. Try steal them.
Yeah. Sleight of hand check opposed by perception if you want to try and find. And again, normally I don't allow checks against the party.
Okay, I'm not even gonna roll, but because
No, try.
Okay. Let's see. I can't roll higher than that.
Oh, is your bonus less than 4?
Yes.
Oh.
I think even I notice you.
Yeah, even the passive perception notices this.
You saw what I was doing even before I started doing it.
I just look at you. You could have just asked for them. And
But
take them out. Hand them to you.
Thank you. So I start playing with the cards. I start by trying to build like a card house.
On the canoe.
On a canoe.
Hey, I like a challenge. What can I say?
Make a dexterity check.
Please, not 20 this.
Alright, let's see. I'll just do like this. I roll a 3. Natural 1 plus 2.
Oh,
Damn.
You lose about 5 cards overboard.
You asshole!
I'll get you a new one, okay?
You better.
Does anyone else have a deck of cards?
I don't.
Nope.
That was the only deck of cards.
I'll keep
No, I'm
building
assuming
houses.
you guys. I'm assuming you guys have an argument about this.
I'm not happy. He said he'd buy me some more, but it's a case of, alright, if we can get some more at camp, by all means. But you owe me.
The priest taps you on the shoulder after about 5 minutes or so of you arguing about this and just hands you a deck of cards.
I'll promise not to build houses with it.
You lose any of my cards and it'll be you going aboard.
I like this one.
yeah, me too.
Yeah,
guess-
whatever.
I'll settle down and start making cozy and going to sleep for the day.
I can't believe I rolled a 1 on that.
So, you guys spend the rest of the day traveling down the coast, and eventually evening comes, and River Mist and Flight of Wine lead you up onto the shoreline. I'm on the DM map, so you can't see where I was measuring.
Please tell me we go on the right. If we're going down, please tell me we go on the west shore
Yes.
to sleep, not on the not on the side that's marked with undead territory.
Yes, let's stay
you
very
know-
far away from that.
You guys can see where I'm measuring.
Yeah.
That's the side where you make camp.
My measuring tool's fucked up. It's like really big.
That's
All
what
I see is
she
a
said.
bunch of arrows all of Oh, fuck off. Anyways, okay, we made camp. Thank you.
And Meiril, was you sleeping during the day? Basically, you're going to take watch overnight.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys bed down for the night, and Meiril takes watch, and nothing interesting seems to happen.
Excellent.
I need to update how many days have passed, which will mean I need to update some HPs.
Some? Just some?
Just some.
Most, if not all.
Just an amount.
Just a Serac goes down 1 HP.
Sure.
You wish. You wish.
Or up 25.
We'll just wait it out.
Your first day out of camp, nothing. Well, you rise the next day. There's a decent amount of rain, but it looks like today it's not going to storm. So I'm assuming you guys are continuing your expedition.
Yeah, putting on some insect repellent before going.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
I do not have any, so I'm going to have to. I think one person holds them all.
I've got them all.
Right.
I put that I had enough for 20 applications in my thingy. It puts me to 19.
Okay. So
Okay, so somebody had all of them?
Yeah, I've got 100 applications worth.
Okay. Mind if I grab one of those?
Yeah, I was just gonna mark them off for each of us each day, as it lasts for 24 hours.
Alright.
okay. So you guys getting underway then?
Did somebody use their own?
Yeah, I'll just assume I grabbed one of the thingies.
Okay.
You know, in case we get separated.
So you guys get back onto your canoe in the morning, having rested up under the watch of your friendly companion Meiril. And as you continue down the river, we'll be reaching the jungle edge fairly shortly. Be on the lookout. We may get attacked from the shoreline by some tribesmen that somehow managed to survive out here. That, or maybe some dinosaurs are going to try and test their luck with the water.
Fair enough. I'm ready for that.
As you guys reach the edge of the jungle tree line, and I'm sorry they didn't have a map prepared in advance for this, I've done my best. Spears come flying from the edge of the bank, which is where they're lined up, and you see what looks like a small group of tribesmen on each shore are tossing spears at you. The river's not that wide at this point. It's only about 50 feet ish across. No, actually, that's actually a pretty wide river.
Yeah.
So, initiative, I guess?
Yep. Can I get everyone to please roll me initiative?
Let's see, how is that? It was,
Oh, that is not good. And I have a -1 to that.
I mean, they got even worse, so it's fine.
Sorry, I cannot
question to you, by the way, Ballor. I just realised that you don't hear pings on Discord.
Nope. My apologies.
I'll roll for the
correct.
guides.
Fine.
Okay. Remember, guys, before you roll initiative, click on your token so
Yeah.
that it actually gets added to the turn order. Where is the goat?
I wasn't measuring. What the? I roll with advantage. I mean.
Okay, let's see.
Did you actually use the mercy?
No, I didn't, but I checked the new feed.
Trying to. Okay, let's see. How do I do this? I'm not used to the
With the
roll
cursor
20.
tool, click your tokens. So you got like 3 bubbles
Oh, yeah, that's
above
with
your head.
advantage.
And then would go into your sheet and click initiative, like you did before.
Right.
Apparently I'm rolling initiative like shit. So, I used all of my luck on that dinosaur racing, so maybe someone else Jaeger's flask of wine in River Mist.
I can Jaeger one of them.
Okay. And I need to do the. I know that she has the same tokens for Lucian from Strahd, but welcome to standardized priest tokens.
He says he'll Jaeger one of them as he DC.
Okay. At the top of the round, it's actually the priest first, followed by Meiril, Flask of Wine, Moril, River Mist, Mercy, Angren, Lagotah, the tribesmen. And the priest is just going to start off by casting Guiding Bolt on one of the tribesmen.
Wow, I like this priest.
And rolls a natural one.
I don't like this priest.
No, they can't roll a natural one on that.
I think I didn't see any roll.
Is Umbra lagging for everyone, or is it me?
Yes.
Okay.
As usual.
Well, the priest casts Guiding Bolt and misses.
Wow.
Meiril. Umbra is DC'd.
Oh.
Umbra plus.
Umbra plus.
Okay, I'll skip him for now and come back to him when he reconnects. Flask of Wine.
Who controls Flask of Wine?
I mean, I can do it if you want.
Please.
If it can open. Roll. Everything is lagging for me. It's annoying.
Weird.
I'll go for the short bow, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, you're doing it? Okay.
I can.
Nope. That's a miss. Welcome back, Umbra.
And you kind of
Multi-attack, so again?
Yep. That's a hit. Which one were you aiming at? Also, damage, please.
Yeah.
Why am I not getting the notifications?
It's rolling to me.
know. Yeah, what?
Oh, okay.
Which one were you...
Which one is Flask of Wine?
Flask of Wine is the
so
white one.
This one, please.
Okay. Yep. You see the first shot miss. It seems like the tabaxi weren't quite expecting to be attacked, and the second shot goes flying across and strikes the tribesman in the upper arm. You see a shower of blood, but he's not down yet. Next, Umbra, I skipped you while you were DC'd, so Meiril.
I am just going to the hand darts towards the belt and throw a dart at whichever one has taken the most punishment.
So the one that Flask of Wine just shot.
Yeah, which I'd love to roll, but the character she's taking ages to load up. There we go.
I don't know why it's still laggy, because it's fine for me. That's a hit. Damage, please. Okay. He looks bloodied. Moril.
Right. How far away are the ones in the right column?
They should all be 20 feet.
God damn it. Right.
Yes, 20 feet.
Gotcha. Alright.
You guys are moving this way at a decent pace.
Yes.
I just realised I could have got us. I could have got us out of this non-lethally.
Yeah, may I have been next to Angren, given that I was paying attention to the rowing and all that?
Well, let me swap people around.
Thank you.
Alright, that makes it a whole lot different. Thank you. No, I mean, that makes it a whole lot different because I was gonna plan to use Burning Hand, but they're too far away anyway. And if I'm in that kind of position, I'm not gonna be using Burning Hand.
I can swap with you if you want on my turn. I'm more than willing to swap for you.
Alright, well, in the meantime...
If you guys can order yourselves around basically however you wish, this is just me setting it up.
In the meantime, at least, I go for... How do I ping?
Long click.
Long click.
Long click.
I go for that one.
Wait, is Burning Hands 20 feet?
Yeah.
Just swap places with me.
I don't use Burning Hands because it's 15 feet.
Oh.
But I do use that.
That hits. Which one were you aiming at? The closest one. Damage, please. Click the name where you just rolled it in the chat under the 22. Okay. He looks like he's blooded and heavily injured. River Mist.
I suppose River Mist. I guess I'll Jaeger River Mist then. It's just gonna go for same thing as the other, just short bow.
Yep. Which one at?
The
Oh.
closest one. Just the closest, the one straight across.
Oh.
Oh. How do I roll the damage on it?
Attack. Yes.
And
Oh, ow.
Oh yeah, by the way, I have
Are
a
you
plus
following up
one.
with multi-attack? And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
what's that?
Ballor, I have a plus one on my damage rolls for fire because I'm brass type
Noted.
draconic.
Noted.
yeah, misses
Gotcha.
anyway. Multi-attack misses.
Okay. Mercy.
Right.
3 of them look bloodied, very heavily injured.
Plus one doesn't look as bloody as the others.
This one might be on 3 HP, the others might be on 1 HP.
Alright. I'll go for this one with advantage because it hasn't gotten his turn yet.
They
my
actually acted in the
longbow.
surprise round.
Oh, they did. So I'll go for this one anyway. With my longbow. Oh, just once. Sorry.
Damage, please.
Sure.
This is going to be the first kill of the
That-
campaign.
And oh, yeah, I had more damage, but doesn't matter.
Yep. And your shot goes flying across and takes him straight in the heart, and you actually pin him to a tree behind him. Angren.
For one of the ones which are bloodied, will it be your choice?
Rip Umbra again. Okay.
I'm still here, it's fine.
You DC to roll 20.
No? Why is it not working? Has it pinged anything for you guys?
No.
No.
Hasn't
Well,
been
that's
anything
3
yet.
times I've clicked the spell. Work
What
down.
spell are you trying to pick? It's you need to tell it which level to cast at.
It hasn't come up with the box like it normally does.
What spell?
The Sacred Flames.
It's a deck save.
Oh, it's a thingy, isn't it? Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sacred Flames. It's a
Deck
dex
save.
not a roll to hit thing.
That's how you ping it. And dex save on one of the ones that's injured. I mean,
Yeah,
he's dead anyway.
yeah.
It doesn't matter whether he makes or fails to save, he's dead.
It matters because if he fails, he takes 0 damage because that's a
Oh,
cantrip.
true. I forget that feature of cantrips. He fails.
Wait, what?
Cantrips deal 0 damage if the save against them. If you manage to save against them.
For the cantrips that have
Right.
saves.
Yes.
The ones where you make the attack
Very
is not a problem.
No, it's working.
It's because you were trying to click on it as you popped it
No,
out.
I tried before I opened it after to check that it
Ah.
was the DC save thingy.
Anyway. Yeah, he's dead. And that brings it round to Lagotah.
Yeah, I'm not throwing one of my 2 hand axes at them because I will never see it again. So I'm grabbing the oars and trying to roll faster to get us some speed. Because
Okay.
that is literally the only thing I can do.
Okay. And it rolls around to their turn. I'm going to give them a collective wisdom save. Oh boy. Aw. Okay. The one that's still heavily injured but not dead is just going to retreat. As this is going next to him, also retreats and runs away. The others on their turn, all throwing spears at you guys. Miss, miss, miss,
I've.
miss.
Wait.
That one hits with a mist, and one towards you, Angren, misses. Because your AC is not 10, whatever your token's trying to tell me. River Mist takes 2 points of piercing damage from
Okay,
the thrown
I'll
spear.
do it.
Okay.
Ooh.
I was
And
really
top of the
hoping one
round,
those spears was going to hit me.
top of the round with the go to help you guys move 30, 40. You guys move all the way up there. On her turn, the priest is just going to. She's going to try Guiding Bolt again at the closest warrior. And. Well, she kills him.
Sweet.
Meiril?
Since we seem to be going quite rapid now, let me just see what the 15 foot.
Darts are 2060.
I'm not thinking about throwing darts.
Okay.
Cards float, right?
I think they
Are
do.
you destroying your deck or the priest deck?
It'll be mine. Mine's already partly damaged.
What are you thinking?
Casting darkness on a card, planting it on behind, and leaving a smoke screen as we get away.
Oh, God. I mean, yeah.
I'll do that.
Partially flying with you, Ballor. Are you guys just basically going to sail away and not really fight this more?
They're
Oh,
running
come
away.
on.
They're running
My
away.
AC's
What?
fixed.
I want to do this. I've been aching to set things on fire.
Ah, there'll be other times. Darkness. Only one single card. Have it chucked floating on the water.
Okay. and a sphere of
15-foot radius.
yes. Give me a moment. I need to go to the dynamic lighting layer. I know what. Shape black because fun. 15-foot radius, so 30 feet.
Diameter,
Right?
yeah.
Yes. Okay. That was 2 on either side. 10, 15, 30. And then let me turn on dynamic lighting. Because guess who forgot to turn it on this page?
I mean, there wasn't really much of it.
And you cast magic missile at the darkness. No, I'm kidding. The darkness appears behind you.
Let's go. Mush.
It's my turn, and I cast magic missile.
You guys can't see any of the remaining combatants, nor can they see you.
Okay.
Anyone doing anything as you guys sail away?
You can fire into the darkness and hope you hit.
Is it disadvantage?
Yeah.
I'll save my spell slots, thank you very much.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything? Or you just
Well, I
yelling?
could use thaumaturgy, raise my voice, and yell, "And don't come back!"
Fair. I'm just rolling.
Yeah. You guys sail on out. I'll move you back over to the map.
I'm going to start taking
Yay.
a rest and go back into a moment of meditation.
And you guys continue your journey down the river. Can I ask how you guys are... Oh yeah, no, you've got a ranger supplying you with water.
Yep.
Come again?
Yeah, Ranger.
Yeah, I was going to say, how are you guys getting water? And then like, wait, no, ranger feature. Good. And you guys continue on your journey for the rest of the day and pull up onto the shore at the end of the day to again make camp. Haven't traveled particularly far, but well, you've managed to travel 2 squares because you've been sailing it on a canoe, which is better than you would on foot, trust me.
How long have we been traveling?
This is your... Well, it's the end of the day. When you make camp, it'll be the end of the second day out of Port Nyanzara, the first day being yesterday.
Yeah, I won't sleep in the day this time around.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that we automatically use our rations.
You have a ranger helping you find food.
She should be able to find enough.
Yeah, she should be able to find enough for everyone.
No, I mean, like, do we use our rations automatically?
No.
Like,
Nope, no.
Okay.
Therefore,
I-
in case of emergency, like if we end up in caves or stuff like that.
Or
If I die.
Mercy dies.
Gotcha.
When, not if.
Yeah, of course. When I die.
Anyway, so you guys pull up on shore to make camp, and you settle down for a leisurely dinner, which your ranger, I'm assuming, helps you make.
Yes, she does. Or Langton.
Okay.
As
You
she
said
does
reluctantly.
anything else. Sorry?
You said reluctantly, didn't you?
Yeah.
I can help cook, but I'm not
Me
proficient
too.
in it,
Me
but
too.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay.
I'll
It
get
is
the
not-
meat. I don't care what happens to it afterward.
Are you guys... I'm assuming you guys make a campfire, right?
Yeah, I make a campfire.
for warmth, yeah.
I mean, you don't really need it. It's been raining on and off, but you are able to find enough dry wood somehow to make a campfire.
Even
Also-
then, I just keep scorching it until it actually does burn.
Yeah, also we kind of need it for cooking.
Yeah, so I make a campfire.
Yeah.
Fair.
We'll put it out through the night, though.
Can I ask what watch orders are going to be if you said that Meiril's not sleeping during the day today?
I'll probably best taking the last watch.
I'd like to take either the first one or the last one because this armor is a pain to put on and off.
I can take any watch.
Yeah, I'm
You
the
can
same
take
with
the
armor
first
thing.
one, I'll take the second watch.
If I'm to take a watch, I'd rather take the last watch because I'm going to be shattered after not sleeping through the night and the day.
I'll take third.
I'll take first then.
How many do
Check.
we need to take?
4?
Yes. Because a long rest is 8 hours. As part of a long rest, you can take watch for 2 hours.
So, Angren, do you want to take it, or do you want me to take last watch?
If you need the sleep, I'll take it.
I appreciate it.
But same. I'd rather do because armor issues.
I mean, in honesty, yeah, that's a thing I can get away with. I don't wear armor, so I'm ready and prepared to fight from immediately waking up.
So I'll take first watch.
I'll
Angren
do the
takes
last then.
last one, and Mercy and
Moril.
Moril. Thank you. Take the other two.
Okay. Can I get a perception? So who was it on first watch?
Me.
As you guys bed down? Okay. Lagotah, can I get a perception check, please?
Yep. It's a +3. That's an 18.
Okay. With most of you guys in your tent, bedding down for the night.
Point I just want to make. I want to before I go to sleep, put dark vision onto Angren.
How long does it last?
8 hours is not concentration.
So basically, he'll have it for his watch. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys mostly bedded down for the night, and I'm going to store his HP. Lagotah, as you're sat, just keep an eye out. You hear a rustling at the edge of the tree line, to your southeast.
Alright. I grab my sword and shield, like at the ready, and get up, but I don't like sound alert already because like I would look stupid if it's just an adult
The
rabbit.
Yep.
And I try to see what it is.
Okay. Can you make me a perception check, please?
Yup. Nope. That's a nat one. So 4.
Okay. So you heard the motion. You can't figure out what it is in time. And I'm just trying to make a good-looking campsite map. Bear with me, because on the fly, I did not expect to have to do this today. Yeah. So, stepping forward into the light of the campfire, you can see what appears to be a human man with a Saurian companion, and I will swap you back over to
With a
this map.
what companion?
Saurian. Reptile,
Huh.
basically. Sauriel.
Okay.
I need to.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
need to get the character sheets out of my way. So this is annoying me. I need to get the character sheets onto the second screen, so
Yeah, I would
the
have.
stream can now enjoy the character sheets, which I'm putting away from the spoilers. Best I can, anyway.
Yeah, I'm moving closer to get a better look.
Yep. You can just see him at the edge of the fog.
I love that
well,
the setup means that Meiril is once again sharing his tent with a girl.
No, that's Moril.
No.
Meiril. But
Meiril-
where would I
Meiril sharing
sleep?
with Lagotah.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Meiril isn't the one that has that issue. That's Shuri.
That PM, Umbra, I see you.
Oh, right. Right.
Just doesn't like me.
Right. He just doesn't like you.
While they do appear to be armed, the Sorcerer appears to have a longsword, a very, very nice longsword, and the other figure appears to be carrying a bow and a dagger at his waist. They don't have the weapons drawn. They are not in a threatening posture.
Who goes there?
I am Artsie. I hope you don't mind sharing your camp and the warmth of the fire.
Can I
with
roll a
couple of
history check
travelers in
on
this
that?
town. Yes, you can.
Sorry, that's a bit of player knowledge coming out. My history is only +1, so chances that Lagotah has heard of him are very thin. Oh, 18!
What?
You don't recognize the name.
I do?
You do not.
I do not. Okay, I do not. Damn. I wish I had. Okay, I'll put that back in the back of my mind.
Apologies for coming on you at night, but we've been traveling during the day.
Just you and your companion?
We've been struggling to survive the jungle. Do you mind if we come sit by the fire?
Can I insight check?
Sure.
If he looks like threatening or seems to have other motives. 14. He seems to be telling the truth.
Yeah.
Oh. Stronger than usual.
More long-winded.
Pretty much this sounds exactly what I say, just so you guys can't predict.
From what you can tell, he doesn't really seem very truthful with what he has to say.
He seems to want to share the fire and talk. Please come sit down. It is
Thank you.
a harsh place to be in, alone.
Bring dragon bait in as well.
Have I ever seen people of that race before?
You saw one wandering around. Reptilian humanoids are pretty rare.
Alright. I'll still be a little bit on my guard, but sit back down.
And the human artist brings out, looks like some food and just seems to be lightly warming it over them. His companion doesn't at the moment.
What brings you out in
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
after you?
Well, you were... might as well be funnier. I was just about to ask you the same question, since we seem to ask each other the same thing at the same time. I've been trying to get away from people and investigate this curse in my own way.
It seems we're on the same path. Lucky meeting.
Fortunate. Oh, the wrong skill. As well, as what you know about is probably the best question to ask. Also, your companion can come out of hiding. I see you.
I come through the class. My apologies, just didn't want to disturb you, so I heard.
Might have nat 20'd.
I heard talking and didn't want to intrude. I look over at the Saurian companion and then back to the human. Do I know you, good sir?
I have a feeling that we might. Name's Artsie. I'm sure that will ring a bell with.
Yes, quite so, actually.
Come sit. We have much to discuss.
Gladly. I'll
Friend
take my
of
seat
yours?
next to Lagotah. Ah,
That
Please.
depends. Who told you?
we've stumbled across our paths a few times in the past, haven't we?
Who told you I was out here?
There's no beating around the bush, unfortunately, is there? My handler, if I must be so blunt.
Name?
Names but nothing in our society. Do we really
That may
need
be
to?
true, but I still have contact with the Harpers.
Very
Which
well.
one's your handler? I need to know whether your handler is friend or foe.
I did not realize that there were friends and foes in the Harpers. I thought we were all under one banner united.
Yes, you would like to think that. We would all like to think that, wouldn't we? Unfortunately, well, you know who I am, you know why I'm out here. Which one's your handler?
What's your opinion on Zandala?
Her. She turned tail and split from the Harpers when she heard what I'd done. She no longer answers to Harper Command as much as she says otherwise. She's interested in one thing and one thing only. You know exactly what that is.
I'm gonna insight check this.
Sure. Wow, I rolled shit.
Thank God! Because this is a detrimental moment for me. The moment he said like these two were arriving at camp, I was like, ah! Why am I asleep?
Everyone else, can you make me a perception check to see whether you guys wake up to this?
Near perception. Let's see. Perception.
Oh, it's Lagotah,
Oh.
not Miya. But yeah.
Perception, not insight.
Sorry, misclick.
Gonna wake
That's
the old
better.
damn camp up.
You can go by 7 if you want. Anyway, I have the same proficiency in both.
15 or above wakes you. Lower than that, you're still asleep. So, Angren and Mercy, you wake up. Moril, you do not. And Bit of a Mist kind of pokes his head out.
So, what's your side of the story then, if you find my handler so despicable?
Do you want to tell them what I have, or do you want me to do it?
If I don't,
Since it seems like our goals are aligned, let's trade information. What do you know about the curse? What I know and why I'm here. I'm sure we'll find something to agree with.
well, I unfortunately can't disagree with that logic.
Angren, you did wake up to this conversation.
Okay.
What do you want to know that we know about?
The death curse. I've been able to find very little while I'm out here. I'm hoping you at least may know where to head, even if you don't know what's causing it.
I turn to Lagotah in a may I say.
She looks a bit surprised that you're deferring to her, but you seem to
Suspect
trust
Joe's the only
him.
one outside.
You seem to know of him, which is more than I do. So, it's your judgment call, I suppose.
From rumor and hearsay, we've tracked it down to the source being around the lost city of Omen. That's about all we've got so far.
So much to frantic typing.
I'm wondering who Hobbit's typing to. Omu. Dragonbait, you live here. Yes. Yeah, I've got to come up with a good voice of dragon. Yes. Pretty much he's like, I do know of this almost said to be far to the south and was said to be destroyed, but if the source is there, then maybe not. You might want to copy that message over to Mercy, Hobbit.
Far south, that's a pain in the ass, considering we're far north.
What language from half-bred elf? Sorry.
You're sleeping.
I'm talking in my sleep, okay?
And what about yourself? Anything to add to the pile?
I know what's causing it, but not where.
We're all ears. In fact, quite a lot of us are all ears. Sorry, not really the time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So what is causing this curse?
Dragonbait here put me on to who is behind it all. I don't suppose any of you have heard the name Serac, have you?
Have we?
Have we?
Make a history check. Especially you, Lagotah, and you, Angren. You have advantage.
Oh, cool, because I only have a +1 on that.
On what, sorry? History.
Sorry.
Yes, please.
6?
Okay.
20.
Okay. You two heard that Serac was behind a recent disturbance out by Waterdeep and the obliteration of a very celebrated party who'd been involved in clearing the hidden shrine of Tomorrican, clearing out Kundrakar, exploring through White Plume Mountain.
So you're saying he killed us?
I'm saying that they went
Thanks.
into the Tomb of Horrors and never came out. Whether he killed you or was using you for a more nefarious purpose, well, I guess you'll have to see.
Great.
But yeah, and you also know that apparently he's a lich from another world.
This is what, us or Angren? It was that last part.
Angren and Mercy, not Mercy, Lagotah both know this.
Wait,
With my 6?
Wait, you said, didn't you had a 20 with advantage?
No,
That's
that was
Angren.
Angren.
Oh, then only Angren knows this, my apologies.
I'll shout out from the tent exactly what you just said in those exact words.
lich from another world.
I'm just going to look over his shoulder, surprised at the voice behind him, and then just kind of turn back. Well, as your companion said, he's from another world, or Earth. But That doesn't matter. What matters is, apparently in Omu, he set up an artifact that's capturing the souls of anyone that dies and slowly killing anyone that's been resurrected. Called the Soulmonger. I don't know its construction, I don't know what it looks like, but I know that's what it's called.
You said there's a lich from another world. Can I just point out how happy I am that Moril's asleep?
Yeah. This is, as the term goes, far above our pay grade. If this Sorcerer took on adventurers on the basis of near legend, putting it emphasized, how are we meant to be able to stop this?
Everything we've been able to determine, particularly through Dragonbait here, suggests that while he set it up, he's allowing it to run its course and is not personally involved at any given moment.
So we just have to just go to Omu, destroy this thing, and then bail before this lich gets back?
As far as we can tell through conversations with those who know, yes.
Puts me slightly at ease.
Now, you must know why I'm out here. Feel free to share to your wonderful companions here exactly what has brought me to Chult other than the Sword Coast.
Well, I presume first from what I overheard that you're trying, as your words exactly, trying to find an end to this curse yourself. In your own way. Whatever that way might be, which I am more than happy to learn about if you are so willing to share.
Oh, if you wouldn't mind another couple of companions, we have our intents and form to travel on the water. Don't worry about us. But if you'll have another couple of companions, we can stick with you towards Omu as long as we can. Although we are being hunted. If we feel that we're putting you in danger, we'll leave.
Hunted?
Your mission is more important.
Hunted by whom? Or what?
That would be the second matter, would it not?
The Red Wizards of Thay?
For one. Actually, they're after the Soulmonger. Thinking about it. The Zents. Frost Giants. Zindala.
Zindala?
And more. The same name that Meiril said was his handler in the Harpers.
Oh, alright.
I mean, you can be grateful enough that Zandala has always sent me. And you're probably lucky that it's me that's been sent rather than some of the other field agents. I'm much more of a diplomatic approach.
You can see that Dragonbait seems to be focusing particularly sharply on you. What's your alignment again?
True
Who's-
neutral.
Okay. And
He picks up nothing.
leans over to Artsie and says something. Too quiet for you guys to hear.
I'll step out of the tent just to have a look at them. I won't say anything.
Artsie turns his head, gives you a small nod of respect, turns back to the people at the fire,
I nod back.
turns back to the fire.
I would love to hear more of your side of the story about things, since what you do makes sense when I think of it analytically. You know, loyalties are strong, and I can't exactly go against Sandala, but at the same time, I am more than willing to find a compromise between the two.
You know what you want. You know I am here. You know she can never be allowed.
You know those type of things aren't very... You know we together don't take kindly to those type of objects being in one person's possession. At the very
None
least,
of you will be able to control it. It will break you, it will take control of you, and you will commit even greater evil. Somehow, I'm resistant. No one else I've seen what it is.
I was more implying that we lock it away so no one can use it.
Anywhere you lock it away, people will come looking for it. Objects of that power don't remain hidden for that long.
Alright, what are we talking about?
We're best showing them.
Artus brings up his left hand, makes almost a clenched fist for a second, and you can see the outline of a ring is visible under his glove, and then pulls the glove off. And beneath you can see a almost frosted white gold ring with what looks like actual frost covering its entire surface on his middle finger on his left hand. This is called the Ring of Winter. Why I'm here. So that those in civilization don't try and take it from me.
And is the reason why I'm here.
I thought you were here for that death curse.
That first, and then this secondarily. It's why of all the agents I'm sent here rather than, I don't know, one of the other many. Death curse is always a priority. People are dying after all.
Naturally, all other priorities will have been rescinded.
Correct.
What can this ring do that makes everyone so either afraid or eager to get it?
From what I've been able to discover, it has almost complete control over ice and cold. You could hit me right now with the coldest spell any of you had. Wouldn't even feel it. Pretty sure Dragonbait would try and kill you immediately, but it wouldn't affect me. And it also can create ice, whatever the climate. I've already had to use it here in short.
That does
The problem
sound
is-
painful in this heat.
The problem is other properties it's rumoured to possess. Haven't been able to discover them, but if there's any chance they're real, no one may ever. And he pulls his glove back on and puts his hand away. Frost giants, for example, believe the ring can be used to freeze entire world. While a djinn in the service of some civilization somewhere, I forget, once claimed could be used to summon and control white dragons, as well as a primordial ice titan.
Basically.
If it doesn't have more properties.
Alright then.
I turn to Lagotah. Legend has it, from what I've been informed very loosely, it's pretty powerful. And the
Well-
reason why I'm trying to find him is because apparently he went AWOL.
How
What's
long
Sandala
how long have you had that thing?
That's what I was about to get to.
Just
What Zandala didn't tell you is that I've had this ring for over a century.
and no ice titans, no air of frost.
It's sentient.
Has he really been alive for 100 years?
Oh yeah. I'm not even going to bother with the deception. Yes. Yes, he has. It's sentient, and it's prevented me aging.
Well,
It craves destruction and enjoys indiscriminate harm.
less cool.
And that explains why I was told never to put it on, if I was to acquire it.
Good luck with that.
I said if.
Also, yeah, if for like 100 years he's not done anything horrible with it, I think it's okay if he keeps it.
It's true.
Like, probably better than if someone else gets it. Yeah.
Things.
But I want it.
I'm trying to think of this back to my training to be as impartial as possible, to not take sides. And things do add up and make sense, and I can't see my handlers being ill of our people, but I don't want to say anything that might end up tarnishing her name, so I'm going to just keep quiet for now.
You
What
can't
did she
see
tell you?
You can't see humans playing games with you for their own gain.
What did she tell you? She wanted it back for the Harpers? Do you think if the Harpers really wanted it, you wouldn't have been told when you were first inducted rather than by that way?
Again, I say what you say makes sense, and I believe you. But loyalties run loyalties run thick in the Harpers, and whilst I'm not going to turn on you, you have to also understand I'm not going to turn on her either. We will find a compromise, but like we all said, first things first is this death curse.
What are you loyal to? The Harpers and their ideals? Or to her? Where does your loyalty lie above all others?
I'll address this personal matter when it comes to it, but for now.
Can you make me a deception check?
Why? I've not actually deceived anything, have I?
Can you make me one anyway? I'm trying to figure out just how much he can get a read out of you. Okay.
It's a
If I
fact that
bel-
Meiril was just very uncomfortable with the situation.
If I believed for a moment that your loyalty to her was more important to you than your loyalty to the Harpers, we would not still be having this conversation.
I'm going to step up, dust myself down. I'm going to need a clear head for tomorrow's journey. I'm more than happy for you to stay the night here and travel with us, as your help would be much appreciated in our mutual gain. But for now, I am going to retire for the rest of the night. Good night. As I head into the...
Doesn't
tent.
Meryl have a watch?
I don't think so.
No, Meiril is the only one that doesn't have a watch. Because he didn't sleep much.
No, fair.
Oh, as in a... Okay, sorry, I thought you meant watch as in a literal... No, I don't have a time-telling watch.
Really hard to get a read on.
Yeah, I figured. But
Isn't speaking much, pretty impassive, plus the saurian face as opposed to a human face is really hard to read.
figured. Just mostly general attitude, the way he's looking at artists, things like that.
That sword seems really, really, really nice. You think you can see runes carved into that sword?
It is made of ruby.
Yeah.
No. Can you make me an Arcana or Religion check, please? Your
Two.
breath.
I think it's the same for each, which is +1. 15.
You've heard of Holy Avengers?
Holy crap!
But the idea of seeing one with your own eyes, you're doubting that that sword could be what you think it is, despite all the evidence screaming at you, Holy Avenger.
As Meiril goes back to his tent, I'll address Dragonbait. Excuse me, Dragonbait, was it?
What's
I am a smith by trade, and your sword has caught my eye. It looks exquisite. Would you mind if I had pure professional curiosity, a closer look at it?
He looks at you for a moment. You can feel him really concentrating on you. What's your alignment?
Pretty sure it's neutral good. I'll check. Yeah, neutral good.
It's an almost imperceptible nod, draws the sword, and holds it over the firelight for you to get a good look at. Keeping a grip with both hands on the hilt.
I inspect it and admire it, and
Investigation, please.
He's distracted by knocking one back of the head.
I think that's another 15, but just checking that I'm not proficient in that. Yeah, no, 15.
Yeah, that's a Holy Avenger.
I want one.
Kind of hold my breath. It is a thing of beauty. I feel humbled in its presence. Thank you.
Think that's the grin, and another almost imperceptible nod. Rotates his hands and brings it back into the sheath. Yes, Dragonbait was, well, I'd say acquired, but that gives the wrong impression. Obtained his blade in service of... It doesn't matter. It was a long time ago, on a distant world. You don't want to pick this fight.
You don't want a fucking fight with
I'm not
Artist Simba.
stupid.
He actually has a stat block in TOA.
Jeez.
Moril, at some point during this conversation, you've probably woken up.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Well, for his watch.
Pretty much, yeah. Do you want me to roll for that?
So today we learned that Moril is a heavy sleeper apart from when he's on his watch. Good to know.
I think it's just a tiefling thing, because I'm pretty sure Arminos is the exact same thing. He slept through 3 gunshots, if I remember straight.
Ooh, Moril? Yeah.
One of my other tieflings called Arminos.
Okay, so perhaps we should add that as a racial trait. Heavy sleeper.
Anyway,
You learn it at level 1.
Disadvantage on perception checks while you're asleep.
Yes.
anyway, so yeah, Moril, you've woken up probably around this time.
All right, cool. So I'm like fumbling inside of my towel, and I go like, "Is it my shift yet?" Ugh. And
I
so
believe it might
with-
be, yes. Moril, this is Artis, Simber, and Dragonbait. And they will be accompanying us?
I look at you, and then I look at them, and then I look back at you with a confused face. Who the fuck are those people?
We are travelers who happen to stumble across a group with the same goal,
Oh. Well, hi then.
guys.
Yes.
Clarity.
Name's Moril.
Martus, this is Dragonbait. We all want the same thing. Fuck this death curse.
I like your way of talking, man. I like your way of talking. I think we're gonna get along just fine.
I will be taking my leave now.
Lagotah, you notice that while this conversation has been happening, the temperature around the fire seems to have dropped about 20 degrees.
Oh, thank goodness.
Fahrenheit?
No.
No, proper degrees.
Celsius, that is. Then. 20!
Yeah.
Sheesh! That's a whole ton of a drop.
And you can...
Guess who's gonna
it's-
be walking near Artis Simber most of the time? The people
it
in
might
heavy
be a
armor.
It might be a 120-foot radius sphere centered basically on top of the fire.
Is that fire still lit?
Yeah?
Christ.
It's...
I
Remember,
know,
if
it's...
you're going to come and
I'm
shoot
gonna
during-
be able to sleep tonight. That's gonna be wonderful.
Actually, that's a good point.
Chul's average temperature sits in the low 30s during the day and the high 20s during the night. So it's about 10 degrees at the moment, as opposed to the 30 you've been used to.
Bloody hell, what's with this goddamn chill?
We'll
Turn around.
we'll explain in the
towards-
morning, or they will. I'm going to get out of this thing and sleep, if you don't mind.
By the way, I
Good
turn
night.
around towards my tent to the sleeping priest and I'm like, sorry.
Okay.
I think I'll help Angren remove his armor again.
Oh, you were helping him putting it on?
You never
Yeah.
know.
So, whilst stoking the fire with a random stick that I found, probably on the ground or nearby, I look at these two people, well, these two, whatever, these intelligible beings. And I try to raise the temperature by, passively raising using a little bit of prestidigitation on it, because I'm fucking freezing. It's 10 degrees. I'm cold. So I look at him, I'm not really understanding that it's probably coming from this guy over here. And I'm like, so, what's your stories?
We're... Sorry, I was doing it for a bit.
I get
We're travelers who have come to Chul to get away from most of society for our own reasons, and we got caught up hunting for this death.
Fair enough. Welcome
We
to
know-
the gang, I guess.
We know the artifact that's causing it, you know where it is. Mutual benefit, although if we feel we're putting you in danger, we'll leave and link up with you at some later time.
Oh, it depends on how bad the danger is, isn't it? I guess we could work
How do
together.
you feel
if
about
it's-
frost giants?
I can try and melt them. Probably not gonna do very good.
Yeah, we'll be leaving if they chase us instead.
I'd appreciate that. No hard feelings, But why are frost giants following you?
I have something they want. I'm not going to give it to them. They're trying to take it anyway. You know how giants are. Or maybe you don't. I don't know whether you've ever met them or... They're dicks.
Have I met giants though?
You've at least heard of giants because there was a fairly recent spate of attacks on the Sword Coast by a load of giants that eventually got dealt with somehow.
Was that potentially ice giants?
No, that was actually storm giants.
Alright. Well, I've heard of them, but yeah, they're dicks.
Yes, SKT happened in this world through none of you guys.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's that takes place after SKD. It's gonna be fun. I am glad I'm not taking you to Brain Chander.
Oh
I-
god.
I got my notes on SKT out.
Yeah, I
Actually, during that
switched it. I switched it from a ring to an amulet. I think when I got you guys because I knew you would not shut up if it was a ring.
Lagotah, go to sleep already. Sorry, I just had to do that.
Which, by the way, we didn't hear.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Mayor. What?
It's just outside their house.
Ha!
Anyways.
Oh well. Right. I don't think there's much else that Moril would say in this kind of conversation. He would just, casual chit chat maybe, but not trying to figure out anything.
We'll be heading to our own bed soon enough. The meeting will see you in the morning. And with you guys heading off to sleep, everyone in their own tents, and with Artsie and Dragonbreak joining you. Oh boy, I get to scale up the random encounters. No, I'm kidding. That's what I'm going to call it for tonight's session, as I'm aware that it is 10 to midnight for the mainland Europeans.
Yep.
So, thank you for coming to the session today. You guys have gone through 2 days, which means I need to go and update some HP. And you guys have met Artsie. God bless the random encounter table.
Do you want to know how much notes I have been making to track this motherfucker down? And he walks into our fucking camp.
So Umbra, I did my rolls for whether random encounters would happen or not. I rolled 2 nat 20s, and the second encounter I rolled for was Artsie.
Are you kidding me?
I am not.
Since I made this character, I have had the mission to find this asshole that just so happened to be in Chult. And I'm going to Chult for this reason. And I have been finding clues and finding information and listening for hints around and about. I've got a page full of notes on this guy. And lo and behold, I hear his voice outside my fucking tent.
I am so sad because since I'm not bringing you to Brain Chander, you guys are not gonna meet his son.
Aww.
Oh.
Wait, is the son like 82 years old too?
No, he's a kid. He's like 18 or 20 or something like that.
The way that the ring prevents aging, think suspended animation, where age doesn't even catch up to you if the ring is removed.
Does it suspend his sperm too? Is he infertile whilst
Well,
he's in this?
clearly not because he has a son.
Imagine he prevents it from aging, but no.
So who wants to steal me that ring and sword?
Aren't you meant to be like lawful good or something?